Ladies and gentlemen, it's ATB back again with Juicebox for another episode of Till Five Flicks. If you don't know the spiel yet, we're going to give you five movies. We're actually going to start out with one of my favorites tonight that Juicebox had never seen, From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, the first hour of this film has you thinking that this is a post-heist, hostage kind of movie. And then it takes a sharp turn and goes horror into some vampires, not to go too spoilerific. Juice, you had never seen this before.
I was gonna say, yeah. To be fair, this is like a 30-year-old movie, 35-year-old movie now. So I mean, 30. So it's spoilers. I think the spoiler threshold is a little past. We won't dive in though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had never seen this one before. This has been on my list forever. The only thing I truly knew about it was honestly just images of Salma Hayek.
I can understand those images.
Doing that dance. It popped, it always was posted.
Yeah.
I always saw the pictures. I was like, all right, word. But yeah, never saw the movie. Always wanted to. I loved it. I loved the
I have
movie.
always loved From Dusk Till Dawn. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The combination of Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino can't be beat to me.
Mhm.
And Harvey Keitel is perfect in his role.
Yeah, it's so good. It definitely is a tale of two movies, on purpose with where they're going, what they're doing, and where they're going. So at this point, if you have not seen it and you're in any way a fan of like Tarantino movies or just in general, like I guess it's fair to say like the horror B movie kind of thing. This is great. It's excellent. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun watching it. It's just a home run all around. This is my favorite
I'm
movie
glad
of all the ones that we had. I'm
I'm
very
glad
glad
I
that
introduced you to it for the first
yeah.
time. I remember my dad introducing it to me when I was a kid and thinking
Mhm.
this is awesome.
Mhm. The kid, huh?
and and then I saw all of the sequels and was
Mhm.
like, "Oh wow." Because the sequels just get progressively worse.
I was gonna say I feel like the sequels are something I'm not gonna dive into just because, like you said, I'm assuming the people that made that one work are not involved in it.
No,
Um,
it is From Dusk
so
Till Dawn. It's a prequel, really, because you
okay.
go back in time with most of them.
Yeah. So either way, highly recommend From Dusk
Yeah,
Till Dawn if you have not seen it
absolutely
by now.
recommend it. As you can see, most of IMDb they agree it's a 7.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 66% fresh rating, and Letterboxd gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
The Rotten Tomatoes rating, the critics or the fans?
Whatever Google told me, so I believe it's critics.
Critics are wrong, everybody,
Yeah,
or
oh yeah, absolutely.
at least a third of them that did not like it.
Yes,
Um,
and it is
Two
one of the
thirds.
few.
Okay.
It's no longer available on most streaming platforms, but it is available on Hoopla. I love
Uh,
I love Hoopla. It's one that you can get if you go to your local library and you actually check out your streaming options over an app with your library card, and you get so many a month. I'm a big supporter of the local libraries and such.
Same here. I'm gonna have to check because I know my old library gave me access to Canopy, but now the new one, I don't have.
Well,
I definitely don't have.
Canopy,
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
same
it's
essentially.
it's
I,
still there.
yeah, the new library though, I don't have Canopy. I don't know if I get Hoopla through this library, so I have to check that. But that's not for here.
Yeah.
So
Now
yeah.
before we get into flick number two, let's go take a stop at our good friends at Green Hemp Company.
Ooh.
They're rolling in the foothills of the Smokies from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. They're open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Sundays. You can go see our good friend Hot Donna. She's back in the shop after a short vacation to the Philippines. So go see Hot Donna. Have her hook you up with some quality
Hmm.
THC products. They've got all the glassware you could need. Pre-rolls, raw flour. Green Hemp Company is the place to go at 2560 East Andrew Johnson Highway, Suite 3 in Greenville, Tennessee. You can call them at 423-609-7138. Tell them Till 5 sent you.
Will Tally be there?
No one, but I mean, they may actually have a tally at this point. I need to get
I
back down there and go see them in
I hope
person.
so. All right. Fair enough.
There are some states that it's legal to have it shipped to you. Just
There you
saying,
go.
hit them up.
Hmm.
Now, next, Juice, I was inspired by our mutual hatred for this film. We're going to talk about the modern, what is it, a requel, I guess? I Know What You Did Last Summer. We're back in the town 20 years later, and I guess we're going to have a bunch of kids kill somebody, and then they're going to get hunted down. It's awful. Don't watch this movie. The original wasn't a very good movie, and this one's worse. Way worse. I don't understand how it's got like a 36% according to critics. That's being generous to me. IMDb's given a 5.1. I feel like it ought to be a 1.5. It's dog shit.
It's so yeah. So I watched this about a month or so ago before we were doing the show. So I had already seen it when you gave me the list, but yeah, I liked the first. I liked the original ones. I only saw them way back when. Didn't rewatch them recently, but yeah, this one, it is an abomination. It is awful. If you are a fan in any sort of way or have any sort of self-respect for yourself and the franchise, don't even waste your time watching this.
No.
I left watching this movie telling myself I never want to see a Legacy sequel again because it's insulting what they do. Like it's just I I don't want to do it, but I'm so close. It's like when you hate a movie so much, you want to just tell everybody what the ending is to save them from themselves. But I'm not going to do it. Um, all I will say to give them some
Fuck it.
positive.
Ray wants to be involved. He's the killer this time. Ray wants him to remember the town. It's a piece of shit movie. It's written like some 10-year-old's fanfic from the first one. Don't watch it.
Well, there you go,
It's
folks.
awful.
Yeah, so it kind of just ruins the history of like the first two movies if you cared about them. Granted, there's not probably a huge fan base, but if you are a fan of them, this is going to ruin it.
Well, Ray's supposed to be the nice guy. What the
No.
hell?
Oh, I'm absolutely aware. And since we talked about it, like my issue, one of my issues was at the very end. Then, like the message that they try to get across is completely like misses the point of what the movie
Oh,
should have been
men just
about.
need therapy. That's
It's
the
like,
point.
oh, all this could they said in the movie all this could have been avoided if men just went to therapy, which I just think that's like why are we throwing that in there? Is like that's like the last line I think in the movie, and
Yeah,
like that's your
the
message for like whatever. So
the
to
two
give it,
surviving girls are sitting there and making
yeah,
jokes about how men just need therapy.
yeah. So whatever. The only things I will say, the lead girl was good. The new lead girl, I liked her. I liked the casting for the
I
young
thought it was very
leads.
weird that we shoehorned in a Sarah Michelle Gellar return.
Yeah, yeah, they wanted to do that, and it's funny though. So many people don't even notice. Like my mom was like, "Oh, she looks so good." I'm like, CGI, like they de-aged her, and like people don't even like. They just think it's her. It's Hollywood. But again, so the last thing I'll say about this one is I did think some of the writing was funny and clever, and it's because I'm pretty sure whoever directed and wrote this also did the movie on Netflix called Do Revenge, which I do recommend. Actually, it's like a teen drama comedy kind of thing, like a like high school bitterness kind of thing. So
Okay,
I
then
like I like
if
that
you're in
one.
the mood to watch something on Netflix, watch Do Revenge. Not I Know What
Yes,
You Did Last Summer.
yeah,
I've
it's
not seen it,
directed.
and I'm going to tell you it's better than I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, it's directed and written by the same person I believe that did both these movies. But
Well,
yeah, don't watch this movie.
now next up is a classic for me. I grew up watching this. My brother was a big fan of it. They actually had a reunion for a lot of the cast at Scarefest weekend recently. The Monster Squad. It's available on Pluto. It is straight out of the 80s nostalgia. You've got a group of kids that suddenly their town is having issues with monsters. I love this movie. It's straight nostalgia for me. What did you think, Juice? I know you hadn't seen it.
So yes, I had not seen this one. I had never even heard of this movie until you told me about it. Um, I will preface all of this with something that is probably going to be the hottest take I've made on your shows so far. Um, and I think you'll understand. I hated The Goonies. I think The Goonies is one of the most overrated movies ever.
I like this movie more than I do the Goonies.
And the reason I say, for those of you that have not watched, is that this is basically a Goonies ripoff.
Well, but it's a
Um,
horror Goonies. It's different.
yeah, but at its core, it's the Goonies,
No,
and
Wolfman's got Nords. Come on.
well, here's the thing. Also, like for legal reasons, I don't even think this is the Wolfman. Like none of these characters could even look like the ones who. Like, if this project was made and owned by Universal, like today, and actually using like Dracula and not just like someone playing a vampire that's supposed to be Count Dracula, like it wasn't like it was like just off enough
That's
where
half
like
the
I don't
fun
know.
of it. It's like a B comic. It's
Oh,
great.
I'm aware. So like for overall, I was okay with the movie. It was fine. Obviously it's an older movie, so like watching it, it's very much of its time. A lot of the dialogue and comedy, so obviously keep that in mind as you're watching it. But
What makes fat kid fat?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
honestly that line has been said to me more by my brother in my entire life
mhm.
than most movies I have
Yeah.
seen.
So it's
Yeah,
not a bad movie. It's a fun movie. It is. I enjoyed it, but I don't like Goonies, so like I really couldn't get into this one as much. So overall, that's what I would tell people. If you like the Goonies, you'll love this. If you don't
I
like the
can see
Goonies, don't
it
waste your
does
time.
have that group kid adventure like adventures in babysitting.
Frankenstein is their sloth. I mean, like I can keep going, but
Well, yeah. Friend. I
Frankenstein's
love
monster.
Monster
Sorry,
School. Like I
Frankenstein's
feel
monster.
like everybody needs to see that. Actually, a few years ago, the local movie theater had it, and we loaded up and went and watched it. My
Hmm.
brother, my wife, my stepdaughter, all of us were like, "Yes."
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised, but honestly, like you'd think like this would be something. It would not be anywhere near as good as probably this one was. But like, why wouldn't Universal just make a movie like this today?
Well,
Like
they
off the
were
street.
trying to build to that with their monster.
No, but I mean like that, like with kids and like make it a Halloween comedy, fun. Like remake the movie, even though it wasn't Universal's movie.
Yeah.
But that's all. That was my thought while watching it. Was like I would watch it. It probably wouldn't be good with the way movies are made today, but
Well, that's the thing. They would have too much CGI in it now. It wouldn't
yeah,
have
the charm of back
the
then.
charm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a movie that has entirely too much CGI and no charm, to me at least,
Mhm.
is the next movie that we're talking about, The Flash. It has a 6.6 on IMDb, a 63% according to critics on Rotten Tomato, and a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's available on HBO Max. I hated it. I I pretty well decided that this was going to be the worst DC movie I had seen when the babies started falling out of the building.
It's an
I
opening
was
scene.
I was like, all right, so this is gonna suck. Yeah. I didn't have high hopes for it because of all the controversy and issues with it beforehand, because usually that's a bad sign. And then I sat through it and I finished it. And I'm glad it's over. I honestly, the best part to me was the reveal at the end.
Oh, what is that in the post credits? I think
The
that scene.
random George Clooney appearance.
Yes. Okay. I'll say this movie's been out for a few years now. I think right, like 3 years, 4 years, maybe.
Yeah, I don't. It's awful. Honestly, if a movie's horrible, go ahead and spoil it. Save people the
Oh
torture.
well.
Now let's get into your review because I'm pretty sure you like it more than I do.
Love the movie. I liked it a lot. I will preface this by saying that I'm not a DC guy. I am a
Okay,
Marvel guy. So I don't really hold the DC characters like to a candle or a standard where like it has to be a certain way. So I'm not a hater of them, but I'm a Marvel guy.
I'm
So I heard all the noise going into it, and I've kind of developed over time what I call Amazing Spider-Man 2 syndrome, where when I hear a ton of like negative, like this is awful, this is gonna be so bad, it's gonna be so bad. Like when you dig a movie down so low and I go and I watch it, some of the times, like I want to be like, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of what happens here. And for me, it started with Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that's a whole other
See,
story.
I like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I did too.
I really thought it was good. I was looking forward to a third one. But this
But
movie, man.
going back to this one. So I saw it with my dad, and we went for Father's Day. And this is gonna sound corny, but it really resonated with us, the story.
Well,
Um, and that's probably why it helped a lot. But I dug it. I love the opening scene with the babies in the microwaves. Listen, CGI be damned. Yes, the CGI was poor. It's the Snyder kind of stuff that people don't like. The slow mo. I didn't hate most of it. Some of like that one scene where they have all the universes around them. Yes, it looked terrible. I'm not going to defend that at all. I know the one I'm talking about. I won't
yeah, I
spoil
felt like
it,
the
but
babies looked just as bad as that.
they did. So I can't defend bad CGI, but as a movie, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Keaton. I enjoyed the little of that fleck we got. I enjoyed Supergirl. Um, I liked it a lot. So again, as someone that's
So
not
what
a
did you
big DC guy, I really enjoyed the movie. So I would
I think
recommend it to people.
I found Ezra Miller's performance to be annoying. Like I didn't even like him in the movie. Michael Keaton's awesome in anything he does. I think
Yeah.
Ben Affleck could have been the best Bruce Wayne we ever gotten, and I think he was an amazing one. I think that if they gave him more time, he would have been even better. But just I
Yeah,
feel like
Affleck's. Sorry.
this movie tried too hard,
Mhm.
and for me, if I want to see the Flash's like story, that TV show's a far better adaptation of the Flash's story.
See now, and again, just to put it out there, I've never watched any of the CW shows because, again, not a DC guy. I've heard the
Yeah,
Flash show's amazing, so obviously that didn't help this movie at all.
it is.
I liked Ezra's performance. Obviously, a lot of people don't like the person because of his controversies, but if
I
they're
don't care about
separating,
it.
no,
You know
yeah,
me,
I'm just
dude. I'm
saying,
fine with controversy, but this
yeah, no,
I
but I,
couldn't stand him.
yeah, so
And I'm a Green Lantern fan. Like that's my
mhm,
favorite comic book character,
mhm.
and that movie is better than this movie. And I know
Well,
it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I know Green Lantern.
I, mm,
Eh.
I, I don't really agree with
Well,
that myself, but that's fine. That's what this is
well, hold
about.
on. You're not a comic book fan of the Flash.
No, no. So I'm not a
So
D. Yeah, again, my DC
yeah,
knowledge is basically the movies I've seen.
well, and that's fair. For you, it probably was more enjoyable. For me, as someone
Yeah,
who's grown up on comics, I was
of
like, what
course,
is this shit?
of
The
course, and
Flash, the
I can completely
Flashpoint
respect
movie
that.
they did, the animated movie, was pretty
Mhm.
solid.
Yeah.
If you've not gotten a chance to check out DC's animated movies, highly recommend those.
All right. Well, there you go. So again, so you have
Yeah.
two different opinions. Someone that is involved and not
Well,
really that involved with it, but
if you're
I would
a
recommend
fan
seeing it.
of if you're a fan of the comics,
Mhm.
probably avoid it. If you're not a fan of the comics, you might like it. Check it out.
Yeah, and it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. But I
No,
thought it was much better than people were giving it shit
you
for.
can check it out on HBO Max. Personally, I hope that they, with James Gunn, actually, I think they might even be moving James Gunn out at this point. But I hope that DC goes through a little bit of a rebuilding, if you will.
James Gunn's running it. They're not pushing him out.
I thought they had moved him out. But
I mean, he
if
was.
they
Yeah.
decide,
Either way.
if they do decide to do a little bit of remodeling, maybe they'd like to reach out to me. I can help them out with that, and I can help them get some really good deals on somebody to help us set equipment with our good friends at Stover's Liquidation. You see, they're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. They're closed on Sundays. They're available 24 hours online. Liquidation, wholesale home improvement, truckload quantities are available with our good friends at Stover's. You can go see them in person at 481 Tulsa Road, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, 37830. You can call them at 865-523-4449. Make sure to tell them that Till 5 sent you. You'll get the best deals on anything you could need from our good friends at Stover's.
Insane. Completely insane. In the membrane, if you will.
Insane, you say?
Indeed.
Speaking of insane, our fifth and final film is actually, I think that it was, I love it. I am a fan of the Insane Clown Posse. I wouldn't call myself a juggalo because I'm not loading up and going to the gathering. But they have a diehard fan base. And Off Ramp is available on Tubi. It's got a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb and 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It tells the story of a recently released juggalo and his best friend's little brother on their journey to the gathering of the juggalos, which is a big event where the juggalos all get together. There's concerts, festival, wrestling. Everybody's showing their buttholes. The carnival provides. It's just, I think that it's kind of a really nice glimpse into this culture of these people who are genuinely good people. Like, they are accepting. Most juggalos, when you come to meet them, you'll find are actually decent people, even though they might not look like it. So, Juice, what did you think of the movie?
Aaron, you are lucky that I like you and that I chose to do this show. Because I'm not gonna lie, when you sent me this list, I almost said to myself, you know what? I'll just read the Wikipedia review and I'll wing it. I'll fake it. He won't know. Then I looked at Wikipedia and there was no entry to read. So I did watch this movie, and so okay, overall, I would not recommend this movie. I don't think it's a good movie. Um, I think I don't know if you've seen these movies or your viewers have seen these movies. If you have, let us know in the comments below. If you've seen movies like The Florida Project and Red Rocket, and The Last Showgirl, like all kind of made in that very real, grounded, kind of gritty life. Um, it feels like they watched those movies and wanted to do it here, and clearly the minds and art behind those aren't really reflected here. Because I will say, if you gave this project to like A24 or like that studio to like
Uh-huh.
remake it closer to those, you have something here. You
Yeah.
can make it into something where it's, because apparently it's
Well,
based on true events, by the way.
and this is a very low budget film. Like, let's
Yes. Oh, it
let's
shows.
give it credit. This
Um,
is
yes. Um, like the thing is, again, if this was in better hands, I think it would have been able to come together as something stronger and more impactful. My problems were obviously the characters were only there was no consistency. They were acting how they needed to act to move the plot forward. Like you have the one character 1 minute saying he wants to like straight and narrow and be good and do this, and then the next minute he's in the convenience store being a complete dick and like escalating. And it's like, yo, like you just and I get that's probably part of the character flaw, but it's like it didn't feel like it was earned. It was just so like, okay, I need to do
I
this now.
will
I need to do this now. I need to do that now. And I don't
I
like
think
that.
that the script could have used a little bit of a touching up,
Yeah.
maybe some better directing, but for what it is, I really enjoyed it. Like, I think compared to a lot of the crap that's on Tubi, I think it's really good,
Mhm.
but that's just me.
Yeah, I will say I did not hate this. I just did not
So,
enjoy any of it.
well, let me ask you
um,
this. Which
yes.
is worse?
Mhm.
I know what you did last summer or this.
If I'm going purely off my vibe of how I felt by the end of both movies, like
Uh-huh.
that's it. Just the no like camera work or this or that. Just purely how I felt by the end of both movies. I hated. I know what you did last summer more because you felt betrayed because I'm a fan already. It's established. If it was
Yeah,
a standalone original, maybe it'd be a different story. And my last thing I'll say about um,
off ramp.
Off Ramp, thank you. I can't even remember the name of the movie. I promise I did watch it. The payoff of like where you think the movie's going, like you don't even give the viewer that moment.
I think
And I
I
guess because
think that
budget.
if they had had the rights to show the actual gathering more, I think
Yeah.
it would have been more impactful. Like,
Hmm.
if we could have gotten uh the two guys, you know, getting a Fago shower at the concert, I think that would have, okay. So
Hmm.
this is what it's been about, and you see this family that you've heard about throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. It's like five people.
Well,
Wow, they're all here. All the Juggalos are here. No, and okay, I lied. There's one more thing I want to give a shout out to the actor who plays the mayor in the film, or the sheriff rather. I believe, or maybe it was the mayor, the older guy with the white hair. I've seen him in other stuff from Joss Whedon, like he's been in Dollhouse, Agents of Shield, other stuff. Great actor. So it was nice seeing him at least. It was cool to see him just be in something, even if it was limited. But yeah,
Reed Diamond.
I believe so. I don't know his name. He's one of those guys where you see him and you're like, oh, that guy, but you don't know the name.
I have to give a shout out to a friend of mine I actually texted because he was in it and I didn't know. Theo Crane. He plays the fuckstick, the bouncer in it.
Okay, okay.
I was like, dude, what the hell?
Well, Fuckstick, if you're here and you're watching, I'm not a Juggalo. I'm not an ICPU guy.
Oh, don't worry. We actually have a very solid Juggalo following at this point. So
to all Juggalos, I'm not a hater. Again, I didn't hate the movie. It's just not for me, and it is a lower budget movie, so it was just hard for me to really like.
Well, I think for sure. I think if there's any interest in that, in Insane Clown Posse and that lifestyle and those people, if there's any interest, I think you need to check it out.
And also, hey, if the director or writer gets wind of this video, go to A24, shop your script around, and let them touch it up. You can get a much better film with your story.
Well,
it's in there. It's in there. It's in there. I see it.
I think there's a lot of potential because it is a very you can tell there's heart there. It just needs some help to get the story told the way they're wanting it told.
I agree. So yeah, so in the end, for me, I recommend From Dusk Till Dawn and The Flash. And then I know we did last summer and Off Ramp, I wouldn't. And then Monster Squad, I'm on the fence with. So 2 yes, 2 no, 1 in the middle. That's my.
I'm gonna say 100% for From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm gonna say you probably should check out Monster Squad if you're a fan of the 80s. Off Ramp, if you're interested in ICP, check it out. Music movies, I find it a lot of fun. Don't watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's awful.
No.
You might enjoy Flash if you're not into the comics. And we'll catch you again here in a month on another episode of Till 5 Flicks.
See you at the movies.
Doses, or see you online.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you so much.
We love you so much.
Mwah.
Mwah.